we're not. You're welcome. A warning tone sounded, drawing his attention away from his imaginary dialogue with the planet. The digital countdown clock on his console began to throb. 1:58. Less than 2 hours until sync event. It was within schedule range, but he would rather set up and wait than cut it tight, although waiting down there was bound to come with challenges. He spoke over his shoulder. "Shannon, would you hit the buckle-up sequence for the band?"
"You got it,"
Burroughs said. No one asked for more time. He gave everyone an extra minute to brace, including the space surfer down in the sunken conference area at the tip of the V-shaped vessel's apex. Then he wrapped his scarred hand around the control stick and pushed forward and down several degrees. The shuttle responded instantly, causing the flight pit seats to add nitrous oxide as a countermeasure against the additional thrust. New bright lights lit up the control panels.
"Pressure warnings, Cap,"
Gwen said.
"Just courtesy calls,"
Devans replied.
"Let me know if they go red."
Trent Wagner, young astrophysicist, let out a whoop. Strapped in with a makeshift harness, he balanced with legs bent and braced down on the conference table. The translucent panes around the entire flight pit made it appear as if he were surfing in space and headed directly for the rapidly growing Mars, also visible on surrounding monitors around the table. Devans felt a stab of envy at the kid's exuberance, even as a slight smile pulled at the scar that extended from his brow to his cheek.
20 minutes until Martian atmosphere. Shields?"
Gwen said.
"Yes,"
Devans replied. Then he addressed her brother.
"Gotta use the monitors, kid."
PS-13 soon rocked and shuddered, heat shields fighting the entry friction. Satellite images showed the shuttle with its belly aglow, practically on fire, and one human-made moon lit up by the sun, 6,000 miles in the background. The ship had penetrated deep into the thin Martian atmosphere when Devans reversed the lion's share of thrust. Trent was tossed headlong from the table toward the wall. The harness straps snapped out and back in conjunction with his body.
"Wipe out!"
he yelled. He hovered for a moment, then dropped to the table with a thud. Devans pressed a sequence of hollow keys and the shields withdrew from around the flight deck. There wasn't much to see as they descended through layers of dark ash and red dust. Had they time to see, they may have noticed tiny water droplets in the mix, some of which clung to the clear panes and traveled across before speed and friction whisked them away. Across the aisle, Gwen Wagner turned toward Ry and nodded in appreciation. Her faux leather sleeveless vest and pants creaked just a little as she peeled herself forward in her seat.
"Didn't know we could ignore the warnings," she said.
"That's war for you,"
Devans said, unbuckling and pushing the pilot seat away with the back of his legs. It receded along guided tracks. Devans performed a series of squats and twists that came with a requisite number of moans and creaks. He shrugged and rolled his head, took several deep breaths, bugged his eyes, and closed them a few times. Then he settled, stone still. Ready.
"We're suiting up in the landing bay,"
he told Gwen.
"What do you think about picking a good landing zone maybe a mile from the outer formations? Ham and T-Wags and yours truly will use the suit jets to get closer to the cauldron, but not too close."
"Roger that, Cap," she said, knowing Devans didn't have to put the order in the form of a question, but appreciating it anyway. "I could hover near the peak and save you guys a distance jump."
"You could probably make this baby pirouette on one fin, but I don't want to risk getting glopped up with liquid rock." He winked. "If you and Shannon would do radar and geo-sweeps."
Devans looked over at Navigation and Communications Officer Shannon Burroughs, who was standing at her station, peering down at the sunken conference area. She noticed him looking and made as if she were checking readings on her console. He made a sour face.
"What?"
Burroughs said.
"Don't you have a pirate broadcast to do or something?"
Devans laughed. He clapped a couple times to get the downed surfer's attention.
"Let's go, T-Wags."
The young man unhitched and leaped from the table to bound up the stairs. He was halted by Gwen's boot.
"What up, sis?"
"Don't go crazy out there, bro. Don't go drone surfing into some ridiculous tunnel with a bomb at the bottom like last time."
"Ha! That was a one-timer, far as I'm concerned."
He tugged on her leg.